over Roll20. You kind of don't have a choice but to do some railroading because
Yeah.
um, um, you have to have the you have to have each scene or map planned out.
Yeah.
so it becomes a lot more difficult to just do an open world where it's like, oh well, I'll just you find a new planet, I'll just roll randomly. Okay, well yeah, but that means you're gonna have a blank screen. so
Yeah, you can head a little bit of that off because of the shorter sessions
right, right,
and just try to, you could probably try to keep the major decision making for what you think would be the ass end of the game. But I mean, then hell, a motherfucker might spend an hour fucking role playing, buying some fucking jumpsuits,
oh
and,
totally,
and I mean, you don't ever want to get away from that. I mean, that's a big part of the game that you want there.
right. And
Yeah,
I mean that does, I mean it happens. It happens,
yeah,
probably more than 80% of the time with our games. So
yeah.
I mean, and um, I don't ever stymie that because it I want there to be player agency, and
Sure.
so I never really do anything to say no. We have to get to where we're going or whatever, or try to rush people along. I let you guys do whatever you're gonna do.
But I think when we got the treasure of Sindal and we got those two Harriers, and I think we progressed our power rating more than any other time since we've been together. I mean, the Osiris from the Anubis was an upgrade, but not like an upgrade of having a three ship
Right.
fleet. Yeah,
Yeah. And that 3 ship fleet just for you guys, not including the rest of your pirates that are out doing whatever they're doing. At this point,
right.
they're out protecting Tech World. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, I totally agree.
but
Space? I don't understand what space is. Is that thing out there by the stars?
Oh my God. There was this woman. It's funny that you say that because there was this woman on Twitter who posted that space doesn't really exist. It's all CGI. I,
okay.
I'm not
Have you seen
making
Avenue
that.
5? Have you seen
Oh,
Avenue 5?
Yes. Oh God, I love Avenue 5.
That's literally it's all VFX, guys. It's
Yes,
all
it's all.
VFX.
I used to work for VFX.
That's VFX. It's just VFX. Oh no, it's just really good VFX, guys.
All these people keep opening the doors. Wow, that's really graphic VFX.
That's just really wow. Those are really there should have been more blood. That's
It's not really that good. Yeah. No, totally.
Same idea as the Matrix, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
vaguely. We're all in a simulation or fake. Or there's the new Apple's got the Silo show
Yeah. Yeah.
that's on. They're in a silo and they don't know what the fuck's going on outside. They've just been in the silo for hundreds of years.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
I
kind of interesting.
feel like they already made that movie with Brendan Fraser, where he was like they've been in a bomb shelter and then they came out of the bomb shelter. And
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
on a limited thing, I see what you're talking about, but this silo thing, I mean, it's got several hundred floors, and I mean, it's a rather. I mean, you're talking at least 1,000 people community.
Yeah. It's like a really big Vault Tech vault.
Yeah, yeah. It's more like a Fallout. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vault Tech.
exactly. Yeah. It's exactly like a Vault Tech, and because of this revolution event or something that happened, they don't know any history or anything. So I mean, they have this freedom day, but when you look at their society, like they really don't have any freedom. They're told what their job will be. They're told if they can breed or not. I mean, they don't have any freedom really. They live in a fucking silo. Everything has to be planned, and in order to make that survive, you have to control people so much. But not as much as they're doing probably. But thought it was really funny to see that. I've only watched like 3/4 of the first episode, so it's not like I'm really an expert on the show.
Yeah.
It's not the same old writing that we get day in, day out.
A good pilot will give you at least the premise of the world you're walking into.
Yes. Yes. Well, it should.
Yeah.
That's not always the case, but it should.
It's a fine line. I mean, because you want to introduce people to everything, but you don't want to overload them with just a lot of introduction and explaining. I mean, you bore them out.
Well,
Exactly.
that is one of the reasons why I went the direction I went, or I've been going with Braunhaven, is kind of, the initial campaign book is enough for you to sink your teeth into without overwhelming you. But and this is the way it used to be done. Like, back when basic and expert box sets first came out, late 70s, early 80s, there were no huge campaign box sets or campaign books. You got a little bit of information about not just the dungeon that you were going to be doing that week or month or whatever, but you also got a little bit of information about the area that was in.
Yeah.
And the more modules that you bought and played through, the more you learned about the world. And so, and then...
Yeah, everybody's world was unique by what modules the DM purchased.
Exactly, because they had different pictures of the map,
Yeah,
and
some people would have the Isle of Dread, others would not.
Right, exactly. And then they came out, and I want to say it was 82 or 83, they came out with the Greyhawk box set. And actually, I think they had like a pamphlet for Greyhawk before, but the box set was really the big to do.
Box set came with that wall map,
right?
Cool.
Two wall maps, yeah. And
yeah.
I mean, it was cool, but holy shit, there were 2 gigantic poster maps that fit together, and like 3 books of just shit. There was an entire section, like the back of one of the books was heraldry for all the kingdoms. And I'm like, yeah, it was cool, but it was too much. There was just too much information thrown at you because of and I know this now, of course, but back when I was 6 or 7 years old, you got a book, you read it, cover to cover. And that's not how those books are really meant to be looked at. You're supposed to open it to the chapter that includes the information for the area that you're playing in and ignore everything else.
Like a DM's guide.
Right. And you're supposed to ignore everything else. And I don't know. I just think it's these big campaign books, even the campaign books that WotC puts out, they're calling them adventures, whatever, but they're not. They are a mix of adventure and then a bit of fluff information about the area. And even those are too big. It's like, okay, well, I gotta just stick to this chapter until we get through that adventure and then read the next chapter, because if I don't, then my brain is going to start blurring shit together and I'm going to get confused, and it leads to having to look more shit up is what it leads to. So I've just decided to avoid that and just do bits and pieces at a time.
I miss the old style of writing whenever anything was put in the module, it was immediately followed by where the fuck to go look that shit up.
Right.
Like if they used a mold from the EM's guide, immediately right after that, they have a note to go in there. They put down a monster, they immediately tell you where the fuck the monster.
Right.
And I really liked that. Whereas the newer, not so much.
Yeah.
There's PDFs now come with links.
Well, and this has been one of the things that have pissed me off the most about 5th edition. So you buy a new module, right? Well, they have all these extra books, Tasha's Guide, Xanathar's, Fizbin's, Treasury of Dragons, all this other shit. But when you buy a campaign, say Curse of Strahd or Tomb of Annihilation, whatever, They don't use anything from those extra books.
No, they don't.
It's always assumed that if there's a monster that's in bold, you're going to find it in the monster manual. If there's a rule, you're going to find it in the player's handbook. They don't even use the optional shit in the DMG. The DMG is the most useless book in my entire library. 5th edition Dungeon Master Guide.
They didn't even put stuff from Fizban's Tome of Dragons in
Dragonlance, right?
Yeah, they didn't even put that in the adventure. I mean, we've seen no signs of the high. Well, in order to get into some of those dragon shit, you really need to get some levels, because Ancient Dragon is they go beyond that.
They're not. Ancients can be tough, but they're not nearly as bad as they should be. I mean, pretty much everything in 5th edition is completely neutered.
Fizban stepped it up.
No, I know. I have Fizbans, and I've read it. And yes, they are, pretty badass, but because 5th edition, and this goes back to 4th edition, really, somewhere along the line, they broke the challenge rating system. And so these monsters that are supposed to be, super tough and nobody should be fighting them because it would mean certain death, don't. It just means it's going to be a longer fight. And it doesn't matter, because you have 3 death saves that you can do. You can get healed in the middle of a grievous wound and suddenly stand back up like nothing happened. It's a stupid game. It's a really stupid fucking game.
I do a home rule of if you go unconscious because you went to 0 hit points, when you come up, you take a level of exhaustion.
See, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so you're worn a little bit. You're not just this. Your hit points went up, but you got this exhaustion. And 2 levels of exhaustion really starts to affect your ability to fight hard. 3 levels just makes it hard to function at all. And then, you start talking about 4 and 5 levels. You start talking about being comatose and dying and shit. You could die from exhaustion.
Yeah.
So it limits your yo-yo.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good fix for that. Yeah, I don't know. I just think the fact that you would have to home roll that is why 5e sucks. I mean, that it shouldn't be that way to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Hello, Cameron.
Here we are. Hey, you feeling better?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, that's good to hear.
We took many liberties with your captain vacancy over Wednesday.
You didn't take liberties.
Yeah.
You guys did it.
Play? Oh, good.
Yeah, you guys did a good job of
I was worried.
trying to do things that you would think the captain would do. So I mean, pretty much every major decision they made, they're like, "Well, do you think this is what she'd want?" Yeah, and they would debate it.
That's sweet.
So
I had never called in sick to a game for.
It's been.
Since the campaign started.
Year. I don't think you've ever.
Yeah, I was like.
You had perfect attendance.
A short summary.
I couldn't do it.
A short summary is that we're going to get our names cleared. We're going into the Imperium to hang out at this noble's estate. We traded some of those nuclear atomic torpedoes to have the 2 Harrier bones fully reinstated and all of that.
Oh.
So that's the short and quick that.
Yeah. So, welcome to Braunhaven. We will be picking up where we left off last week. These guys are going to go on a little hex crawl into the surrounding countryside. Their immediate goal is, of course, to go to the manor of this Imperial Duke that just recently took up the hunting manor, and they know that this Duke Bartholomew has he was the one who commissioned the goblins to tunnel underneath the town of Braunhaven, and in reality the Duke had hired the orcs from the Rock Skull tribe. And orcs are not really that good at tunneling, and so they hired the goblin sappers. And it led to a whole bunch of shenanigans where there was a whole bunch of stuff that they found under the town of Braunhaven. But they are now going to go find out exactly, or try to find out, what the hell's going on with this Duke and why he wanted the holy symbol of Janus that they discovered in the All Faiths Temple. But their immediate plan is that they've heard rumors that there were Chivalkin that were, causing problems at farmsteads, and so they wanted to stop and check out the farmsteads. Now, before we get started, we want to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. Today, we would like to thank Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden tabletop accessories for your games, such as wooden DM screens, player vaults, dice trays, dice towers. All of it is customizable. And if you order something that's customized, usually it'll take 6 to 8 weeks for it to ship from time of purchase. But they have a lot of things that they've already created that they keep in stock. And I urge you that you should check out their in-stock inventory, because all of their stuff is beautiful. And those items usually ship in 1 to 2 business days. So if you're in a bit of a hurry, like a birthday present or something like that, that's the place to look. We have a 10% discount code for everything on their site. If you put whatever you're going to purchase into your cart, you can then check out with the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and that will net you 10% off your purchase. If you want to help support the channel, you can check us out. We have a merch store via Zazzle. The link will be in the description down below. We've got all manner of things on there. A couple of t-shirts. We've got button pins. We've got a fleece blanket that comes in 3 different sizes. This is the Greenwater Mercantile and Adventure Company pin that just came in. And then, of course, we also have the pirate flag from our Wednesday night Pirates of Draenax campaign. Those are for sale. So if you like the channel and you want to help support us, go buy a button or a t-shirt, and we will appreciate you. I am still waiting for the proof copy so that I can approve it, but upcoming source book for Braunhaven campaign setting, the Skellis Mountains. It is Atlas 1. It will detail locations in the Skellis Mountains, from the foothills all the way to the dwarven capital city of Zlatoheim. And so I'm still waiting for the printers to get me my proof copy so that I can go through it, make any changes that need to be made, and then approve it. And once that is approved, it will be up for sale on DriveThruRPG, and the PDFs will be available on Big Geek Emporium. Sorry, brain farted on their name. So yeah, check out that book as soon as it comes out, and of course the other line is still available, and will be available. So yeah, check us out on DriveThruRPG and Big Geek Emporium. So the last thing that you guys did is that you, Brian, went and got you guys a wagon and 2 draft horses, and so thanks to my handy dandy custom DM screen that I made. So
who's this Brian speaking? Pretty sure that was Jackson who did that.
Yes, it was Jackson who did that. So to give you a little bit of information, so of course encumbrance as far as treasure and whatnot in the game is handled by the weight of coins, and each item has so many coins in weight. So to give you an idea, the wagon can hold 15,000 coins of weight with 2 draft horses, and it can travel 12 miles per day. So these hexes are 3 miles each. So you can travel 4 of these hexes in a day. And of course, you can, well, I don't know, that's, let's see, 6 miles away. 6 miles away, I don't even know if you could see these, but you know that there are 2 farmsteads. Now, this dotted line is the Eastern Tradeway, and that kind of is the main road through this section. And you were going to go check out Farmsteads. So I kind of looked at this, and if you can travel 4 of these hexes per day, you could go to this farmstead first, deal with whatever situation is going on there, or do your investigation, and then you could go to this farmstead all in one day.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be invisible and in front of the party as we move.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah. What is
Once
your?
we get close, you're going to disembark from the wagon.
Well, yeah. I mean, so what is Borman's movement? Is it 60-20?
Yeah,
So-
you're right.
Well, no.
Really-
Well, at 60-20, Borman has the same movement rate as the wagon, so that's fine.
Okay, then yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
That'll give me a chance to kind of really look around for ambushes and other crap as we go forward, and it's not like I have a high thing. As we move along, I'll slowly chew pieces of snow and crap on the ground so my breath doesn't come out as all foggy as much.
Okay.
Maybe the frost brand will stop that too. I don't know.
That's a good question. I haven't really thought about that. Yeah, it might.
I mean, unless we're into a cold ambush situation, it's not even worth figuring it out. I like to throw all those things out in the beginning, so if things transpire, things kick off, I'm just in a better situation to deal with them.
Right.
Yeah. That's my intent more than just giving you 500 million other things to figure out.
Right.
Is this considered wilderness?
Yeah, I would consider this wilderness. It's certainly not urban. That's probably a bit much. Yeah, fuck it. That'll do. You know what? I'm doing this the hard way. I have a better way of doing it. There we go. Yeah, that makes life a lot easier.
We got Yeller the hunting dog.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get
Yeah. He hangs out around Allura, but is supposed to give us warnings of when things are about to kick off, but he's not really good at it yet.
Well, they should know what Shrivelkin smells like by now. So.
You would, yeah, you would think.
And orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
should have a taste
yeah.
for orc.
Yeah, so in theory, if orcs or goblins are around, I would think Yeller would at least whine. I mean,
Yeah, so you approach this. You travel for 6 miles, and you approach this farmstead on the horizon, and you can immediately find signs of an attack. When you are approaching through the field here, you can see that there are you find that there is a teenage boy and an ox lying dead in the fields. And both of them, I mean, both the ox and this teenage boy have both been clearly disemboweled. And the plow the boy was using has been nearly torn apart at the rivets. I mean, something just tore this thing apart. And you see that there are tracks through the field that lead to the north towards the farmstead.
Might as well follow them tracks.
Before you do that, can Jackson try to see how many tracks he can discern and maybe what kind of tracks?
Yes, he can.
No, I'm going to mess them all up while you're looking at
Interruption a lot.
Yeah.
All right, now I just have to remember how that works because I've only done it once before. I think I roll a D20, is it? Or D6?
So for tracking, I think, hold on, I will tell you. Ranger.
It's percentage. I just don't know if that means I roll a D100.
Yes.
Percentage is D100.
Yeah, so what level is Jackson? Is he 4th level yet?
He just made 4th level at the end of last game. Yeah.
So yeah, you've got a 50% tracking, so you need to get 50% or less.
That's pretty good, Jackson.
48.
Nice.
I got these dice I'm rolling. I'm giving them a try to see how they work for Jackson. They're green, so I'm hoping that works for his rangerness.
Just under the wire. So yeah, Jackson, you see that there are a number of tracks, and they come in from multiple directions. And these tracks are very strange. So you can tell that whatever made these tracks doesn't seem to have a lot of weight behind it. So it's not like they're leaving heavy boot prints. But you also notice that the tracks are... I'm trying to think of how to word this. The tracks are... So they are clearly wearing, you know, some kind of boot. And in multiple cases, you find that the tracks show evidence that these boots are very old. Like maybe they're partially falling apart. And there wasn't a lot of weight of whatever it was is wearing this boot doesn't weigh a whole lot. And the tracks seem sloppy. Like occasionally you see signs where a foot was dragged or an ankle was rolled. But you see at least 8 of these tracks.
I relay that to the party forthwith.
Okay, yeah, and they're coming from all over the place.
Oh.
Second.
Can we get an idea of how long ago those tracks were done, and you know, that way we can at least tell if it happened in the day or nighttime.
So it's hard to give you an exact time, but they're very recent. You're guessing that these tracks were probably made last night or the night before. And looking at the body of the ox and the teenage boy kind of confirms that. It doesn't look like they were made too long ago. Hold on just a moment. Oh. Sorry, I had to think about this for a second.
Because does the boy have, or the ox kind of have enough? Can we, you know, with our healer folk, can y'all tell what killed them?
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're all torn up, so it's kind of like, did they die while being torn up, or did they get killed and then something tore them up? That's pretty hard to.
Yeah, it would be a little bit difficult to, I mean...
But you could tell if they were cut, chopped, bashed, ripped, clawed, bitten.
They were... You can tell that whatever disemboweled these guys, or this ox and this teenage kid, clearly, for one, it wasn't very sharp. It wasn't as sharp as it should have been.
Ew.
And it sounds like we might be dealing with the undead here. I mean, well, you know, dragging their feet.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
old boots and stuff. You know, we got the rumors that the tax collector guy might be undead.
That's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
I hope Mavis can burn whatever if we need her to.
yeah, well, I mean,
cool.
You've got a lot better chance of it than I do.
Okay, that's what I wanted. And then I need to find stats. See how prepared I was. What's funny is that so Thursday, I went through and prepped monsters and whatnot on the maps, and then we start our game today. I'm like, oh well, yeah, I forgot. There we go.
I'm going to be following the trail. I'm going to be kind of up front a little bit. I don't know who else wants to be kind of creeping with me, but...
Well, I mean, seeing as I'm tracking the trails, I'll be up there. Jackson will be up there with you.
Sounds good to me. My
Perfect.
move quietly is... not going so well. So I'm making a little noise, but I'm invisible.
I rolled a 3 on my stealth.
I'm so armored. I clink and clank. It's I take a -2 to the roll, or a +2 to the roll. So I rolled like an 8.
We might not be following anything too observant, so I wouldn't sweat it.
I mean, in theory, I've got a +1 set of leather armor I could put on and get real quiet, but my AC changes, and I'm no longer tanky tank ability. But
well, maybe if someone looks, they'll think it's me because I'm moving silently, but then you're not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we balance out.
They'll think there's only one person instead of 2.
Well, you can pretty much get the fuck out of anywhere with your Speedy Gonzalez boots.
Yes, but they'll notice me, which was
yeah. You just gotta go andale, arriba.
So the other thing that you guys notice that you think is a little strange is that, and you kind of noticed this as you were approaching this farmstead, is that you see that that this farmstead has a lot of scarecrows.
That's weird.
We got a trigger about warning the scarecrows and checking them out and stuff.
So you guys see that there's a scarecrow standing here, there's a scarecrow standing here, there's a scarecrow standing here. And that's just what you can see immediately.
I want to backstab a scarecrow.
Okay, so so like I said, there's one directly in front of you.
Yeah, I just want to creep around behind it and stick my frost brand right there between where it's, right where its neck is held on.
Okay.
Just to and make sure we were still to beware of the scarecrows.
Right.
Or some shit like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm acting on here, and just want to do that.
Okay.
If you want me to roll, I will.
Ooh. So I need Jackson, you can roll a stealth check. Oh wait. Yes. So Jackson, you can roll.
Check?
You need to make a stealth check. You got a 3 in 6 chance for move silently. Borman, also go ahead and make a stealth check.
So a new stealth check. Okay.
Oh, did you already make one?
Well, we made one before. He got a 6 and I got a 3.
Okay.
We were talking about how only one of us can be seen.
Right.
Like you don't see him, but they hear me. So if you're wanting us to roll one since then
no, that's fine. So they can't see Borman, but they can see you.
But they don't hear him, and they don't hear me, but they do hear him. So
right.
They probably think there's only one of us.
Right. Exactly. And what you find
Is that the one there? That's the one we saw right in front of us.
yes, as you were approaching, you see 3.
Okay.
And
yeah.
actually, that. And so, well, no, wait a minute. You were going up to sneak attack this one, right?
Yeah, that could be the one.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Allura, Dentry, and Mavis, you see that these hay golems these scarecrows start to move, and they are a creature that you guys have not encountered before. These would be called hay golems. You know that hay golems, they're like 6-foot tall scarecrows. Rumor has it that they are crafted by evil magic users and fey hags, and they're imbued with restless spirits that loathe the living. Their burlap bodies stuffed with hay, hands are made from old leather gloves tipped with blades from rusty shears, and their head is replicated with a jack-o'-lantern. And when these things start to move, the inside of the jack-o'-lantern comes alight like the flames of candles suddenly lit. But these candles are like overlit, like some fire comes out of their mouth and nose and eyes. And
so they're not susceptible to fire damage, is what you're saying.
they can only be harmed by magical attacks. They and they are flammable. They have a -2 save against fire attacks, and that'll be a save versus that'd be a save versus sorry.
Magic?
I think it would be save versus spells.
Yeah, fun shit.
Yeah. So, everybody roll initiative, but Borman will get a sneak attack.
Let's go ahead and get that out of the way then if you want.
And they get a -1 to initiative due to their stiff movement, which now that you see these things move, Jackson knows that they are clearly what made the tracks.
It's these things, guys. It's these things.
That's the one that's got him.
Hopefully a 14 hits.
A 14 indeed hits.
Thank God. Yeah.
Let's see, you're still THACO 19, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so a 14 would hit AC 5. So yeah, that definitely hits you.
So that's 5 times 2 is 10. Yeah. 10 points of sneak attack. Haha.
And what did you stab him with?
The frost brand.
Okay. So you sneak attack this hay golem, and your frost brand stabs clear through the body, and you can you can see hay coming out of the burlap, and you can see frost start to form around the central body, and you pull your blade out, and this thing turns and looks at you. It does not go down. What did Jackson get?
For what?
For initiative.
Oh. Right.
Roll for Jackson, Dentry, and Toomey.
I got the surprise round bit because I was invisible.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson was too busy tracking stuff. Dentry did okay. And Toomey was like, I'm in nature again. Woohoo.
Right. And Toomey's more like, hey, I know these guys.
We just had to mess with something magical, didn't we?
So, Borman, you get another attack. Oh, max damage.
Wow. So I'm taking a hit, and I'll do another 10.
Okay. So you cut the jack-o'-lantern head right off of this hay golem, and it tumbles off of the post that it is, or rather, not the post. It just tumbles to the ground dead. Alora, what would you like to do?
Let's see here. First I need to move some, I think. Oh no, there's one right there. Okay. I'm gonna throw the dagger at that one.
Okay.
Damn.
A 9 is a miss, and the dagger
Yeah.
returns to your hand.
A little bit.
The hay golems. This one's not going to tolerate that kind of behavior. Oh, he's only got 20.
That's wonderful. That's good news. Of course, only magic shit hurts them. Is that what you said? Of course, we don't know that, but
Right. Well, yeah, they can only be harmed by magical attacks. So he is going to come up here. That is as far as he can move, and he is going to swipe at Yeller.
that motherfucker.
He only got an 11. What is Yeller's AC? Actually, I might have that. Did you guys buy barding for Yeller?
You can't.
No, I don't think we did.
So hunting dogs have an AC of 7, and 11 just misses. Let's see. Is that? Oh wait, maybe not. Hold on, because these guys have a THAC0 of 17. No, it does hit. That would have hit AC 6. And so, he is going to do.
And I'm not engaged yet because it walked up to us, right?
Right. Well, they weren't surprised by you. Yeller's going to take a whole whopping 1 point of damage. Oh, but he gets 2 attacks. So he's going to make 1 more attack. So 1 point of damage to Yeller, and then he misses with a 3.
All right.
This hay golem is going to move hastily towards Jackson. And then
It's gonna shoot flames.
I need to reveal. Actually, I have a better idea. There we go. There's the whole map. Then this hay golem is also going to move in your direction.
There's more. There's more.
Yeah.
This hay golem is going to hop the fence in a clumsy manner, but loses 5 feet of movement. That's as far as he can go. This hay golem gets to about there. And just out of curiosity,
What do you push to set the waypoint on the measuring tool?
so if you hold down your measuring tool and then right click, and then right click, and then right click, you can change direction and keep. So just keep holding down your regular mouse button and then right click, and it'll change direction.
It doesn't do it with my mouse because it's an all one button thing.
Oh yeah, with one button. If you're using a single button mouse, then yeah, no.
Damn it. All right. Well, thank you.
So where did my thingy go? My thingy's right there. Toomey the fairy cat, you You could make an attack on the hay golem.
Does Toomey know that it's not that its attacks are going to be useless since it's not magical?
Probably not.
All right. Toomey goes for it. Kill the hay beast. Zoom.
I mean, if I wear a hoodie, my cat's attacks are pretty much negated. So I bet she still tries.
Fair enough. Alrighty. Toomey will move over. Okay, now I still have the directional thing on. Toomey will move over here to help out its dog friend. First attack misses with a 5, I assume.
Yes.
Second attack, 18 with a Thaco of the hell is Toomey's Thaco? 18.
That would hit.
Yay! Let's go, Toomey. D4 plus 1. 2 damage.
So Toomey rakes claws across this the burlap of the chest or the back of this scarecrow, and you can see some hay fly out. Doesn't affect the scarecrow at all.
Toomey goes, fuck this shit. And in typical cat fashion, does like a little Dutch duck, dip, dive, dove, and like moves back a little bit after that.
Right. Willow, the war dog.
Well, the war dog runs over and starts to bite. And doesn't really matter if I hit or not, but what the fuck? I might crit or something. But no.
New attends. Oh.
Doesn't really matter.
Right, but Willow's got a Thaco of 17,
17.
Right? Yeah, so Willow does hit, barely, and like latches onto this scarecrow's leg and just starts, shaking her head or shaking his head. Hay stuffing goes flying everywhere, and then lets go and backs off and growls, and this scarecrow is just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Mavis, what would you like to do? Can't hear you.
I'm trying to hit the hay golem with the +1 mace.
Okay.
Bash the hay.
That is a hit. That's a
good job, Mavis.
Solid hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
-3. So you bash it, and you hit it in the head, and some of its pumpkin head flies off.
Cool.
Like a chunk of pumpkin comes out the back. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Dentry pulls out the flaming sword and is like, be gone!
Yes.
Now, whether or not I have success, only this swing will tell. Probably not.
So
I rolled a 6.
Yeah, 6 fails. You miss. It kind of sees the sword ignite, and immediately, I mean, if a jack-o'-lantern can show a startled, fearful look, that's what this jack-o'-lantern is showing. But it clearly tries to avoid your attack. So with your flaming sword, it will suffer 1 extra point of damage per damage die.
Yay!
So essentially, so you're doing that 1d8. It's 1d8 plus 1 damage. So it would be 1d8 plus 2 damage.
Sweet.
Yeller the hunting dog.
Yeller's gonna try and knock the hay golem over.
That's a good idea.
Would this be considered a plant-based enemy?
No, it is a golem.
Okay.
It is a magical construct. Oh no!
Yeller, no.
The golem. So Yeller goes to basically try to tackle the golem, and the golem is going to get a free attack at +2 because Yeller completely fucked that up. And a 17 is going to hit Yeller.
Damn it, man. That's the second time Yeller's gotten hit. He's
Oh,
only got
dead.
like 6 hit points.
For
Yeah, he's
Seven.
fucking dead now.
For 7 points. of damage.
Aw.
We're
So-
gonna get you a war dog.
So
next.
Yeah,
so
for
Yeller
real.
goes to try and tackle this hay golem, completely screws it up, and the hay golem just skewers Yeller with all 5 of his Freddy Krueger claws, and Yeller is not with us
There's
anymore.
no more.
No.
Got some pepperoni, Yeller.
Yeller was a good boy.
Mm.
Jackson, what would you like to do? You've got multiple hay golems moving in on your position, and of course Borman is
Jackson?
now visible.
Yeah, let's meet at the group, man.
All right. Jackson is gonna run to this one to try to make an attack on it on
Okay.
his way to the group.
Okay.
Yeah, solid plan, Jackson. I don't know how many hit points these had, but the last one took 15.
I rolled a 12. Does a 12 hit?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. And I
Don't
got
you have
my slicey,
pluses?
slicey sword. D8 plus 2.
Yeah.
8 damage.
Okay. So you come up and slice this golem. It clearly cuts through, causing damage, but the golem is still moving around.
Alrighty, let's see how much movement I've got left. I mean, I'm sure it's plenty, but went that far. Yeah, just back to the party now.
Yeah, with your
Yeah,
boots
you
of
could-
speed.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Pew, pew. There we go. All right, and that's my turn.
Okay, we are back to Borman for round 2. What would Borman like to do?
All right. Borman has to avoid the bullshit is what he has to do. So I guess I'm just gonna come right over here to these guys, kind of the back side of this guy. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with the Frostbrand to
Okay.
my hand.
Go for it. That is a hit.
Wonderful. Then Frostbrand does this D8 plus 2. There's 10 points of damage
Okay.
to him.
So you you skewer him with the frost brand and bring the sword up and just kind of slice him from mid chest all the way up through his pumpkin noggin, and
I will
drop
hold it
him.
up above my head and look at the sky and scream, I have the power!
Yeah, but you're a fighter, not a barbarian. Alora
no.
Danon, what would you like to do?
Try and finish this one off with the dagger throwing.
Okay.
Damn.
No, no, that's going to just miss.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. Another thing I forgot to do.
I really hope these guys give a lot of experience points.
So this is Alora's spell that she came up with. Alora's magical mending.
That's badass, by the way.
Yeah, it was pretty. I just went back to first edition AD&D's mending spell and
Oh.
converted it over for old school essentials.
And this will be published at some point in time.
I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start compiling any custom magic spells that players create, either in my monthly game with the core group or with you guys. Probably, I would imagine if you do a lot of magical research, you guys playing weekly will generate more spells. But those are all going to be compiled, and then I will alphabetize them, and I might do a Braunhaven book of spells.
Cool.
With our own little custom pieces of flavor that we add to them.
Yeah, that's badass.
So the hay golem shakes off the body of Yeller and is going to make one attack on Mavis and one attack on Dentry. 16. What is Mavis's AC?
Damn it.
It's 3.
That is a hit.
Well, that sucks. That sucks ass.
Doing 7 points of damage to Mavis.
Did it take a -2 because Dentry's engaged with it?
You know what? It did not.
Did our rules lawyer Mavis out of that?
No, because it has a THAC0 of 17 and a 14 would still hit AC 3.
Damn it. Okay.
And so then it is going to make an attack on Dentry.
I'm still okay.
But miss with an 8. Up here. Yeah, these guys don't move very fast.
Are they moving directly to me?
One of them is.
Okay, so they're... See how sentient they are, I guess.
Toomey the fairy cat. Toomey might be a little concerned about what just happened to Yeller. Brian, are you muted?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
Brian is muted.
Muted in the sense that I got called away from my phone for 2 seconds.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Hey, are we saying neutered or muted?
Muted.
Oh,
okay. To make sure what we're chanting.
All right, well, Toomey has no idea that its attack didn't do anything, so it's going to go for it again.
Okay.
Nat 20s might actually cause damage.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Rolled a 7, probably misses. Toomey jumps back again.
Yep. Okay. Willow the War Dog.
Willow will be a war dog and not pay any attention to the fact that Yeller died or his last attack didn't do anything. He will continue on.
Yeah.
He will hit and not do any damage, but, that's not going to stop him.
Right. He's a dog. He doesn't know.
He's like, I'm trained to attack, and I'm attacking. And
yeah,
that's what the fuck I'm going to do.
This one leg of this hay golem seems like it's getting a little light in the hay because Yeller keeps biting onto it and shaking, hay out of it all over the place. But it's not doing any damage to it. Yeah. Mavis.
Maybe it'll
count as grappled at least.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it gives something to the equivalent of a help function.
Yeah.
A big dog grabbing a hold and jerking you, it might give people around it a plus to hit.
Yeah, I would say that between Toomey the fairy cat and Willow, I'm going to say that Mavis gets a +2 to attack. So that gives Mavis a 15 to hit, and that hits.
That's what this thing hopefully is about to fall down because we have incoming.
Yeah, I hope so.
For 5 points?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's still up.
Wow.
Dentry, what would you like to do?
Dentry would like to finish the job.
Okay.
Need to get it done, buddy.
With an 8, I'm sure. Or misses with no, I get pluses, but the 12?
That hits. And don't forget, you get an additional +1 to damage because of the flaming sword.
Right, so let me make sure it was a 12 and not an 11. Sorry, I just want to make sure my math was mathing. No, it was an 11, sorry. Unless I get the +1 to the attack as well.
I would say yes, you do.
Oh, sweet. Then it is a 12. Okay. And 4 + 4 is 8.
Okay, so Dentry stabs this hay golem, and it immediately just goes up, just engulfed in flames, and it quickly crumbles to the ground.
Ooh.
Burn, ye foul creature, burn!
Jackson, what would you like to do?
Let's see here if Jackson might be doing a whole lot of hit and run.
Mm-hmm.
Just outside of hit and run. I guess, yeah, I could still hit and then run away. Okay, so Jackson's going to run all the way up there.
Okay.
Why not? I said run all the way up there. There we go. Thank you, Jackson. And attack.
Yep.
Now I know that one missed. It was a 6 + 2, so yeah.
Yeah, no, that is a miss.
And then I go, ah! And run this way.
Okay. Borman.
I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna start kind of coming this. Actually, I'm gonna use my regular I'm not gonna fight. I'm not doing anything else but move.
Well, you can't though, because it's still an encounter. So, yeah, your movement is 60 feet for exploration and 20 feet in encounters.
Right.
So
all right.
So this is still an encounter rate. Yeah, you can only do 20.
Well, I'm gonna move this way and ask someone to start a firewall. You know,
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's if I can't if it doesn't really matter if I do anything else or not, then I'm going to go ahead and come at this guy right here with my throwing axe.
Okay.
See if I can give him a little love there. So I get +3 for melee, +4 because it's short range, and then another +1 because it's an axe of magical
Nat
stuff.
20. You're going to do max damage.
All those numbers just for it to be a nat 20.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Well, then that means it's a D6 +1, so that's 14. Oh, no, it's just max damage. Sorry, 7. It's not a sneak attack. It's just a magic throwing axe.
Okay.
It's just at this front guy right here,
Yeah, so your axe, you throw it and it goes clear through its left shoulder and lops an arm completely off. And then your axe returns to you. And so this hay golem only gets 1 attack because he's now missing an arm. We'll give him the little arm symbol. He's
awesome.
limbed.
Yeah.
Laura, what would you like to do?
Laura's going to use the jug of liquids to pour out some oil.
Okay. Where are you going to pour the oil?
Let me see here.
Shit, I forgot about the jug of liquid.
Yeah. Work harder, not smarter.
Mm-hmm.
So probably here, and then maybe I can draw a line and have her pour it along the ground like that.
Okay.
And I'll yell to, is it Jackson that has the flame sword?
That's
Dentry.
Dentry. Okay, so Dentry would see all this happening. Okay.
So, hold on. Let me...
I'm going to say, can I respond as a free action or no?
What did you want to do?
Pour another line. Get ready to pour another line.
Yeah, you
So we
can
can
say
make
that as a
that
free
one.
action.
Will
Let
do.
me. Well, she might not be able to though. Let me. I'm looking that up right now. Here we go. Jug of endless liquids, oil up to 1 pint. So
Oh, a
my
pint of oil
God.
is not a lot.
no. Let me adventure and gear. Oil flask fuels a lantern or for 4 hours, 24 turns. In addition to fueling lanterns, oil can be used as weapons. An oil flask may be lit and fire and thrown. Oil that is poured on the ground and lit covers a diameter of 3-foot area and burns for 1 turn, so 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. 3-foot
So
area.
yeah,
That's not-
3 feet. I would say you could pick a square. Now then,
Okay, sure.
the other question is,
With the fire.
so each type of liquid may only be poured at most once per day.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so it's our one shot to
Yeah,
shove
there you
him
go.
in there.
All right. Well, I mean, that's still a blockade thing. I mean, we'll see how we can make it work. I've got oil flasks and crap. You know, maybe throw a couple of them down to widen it.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
could widen it to here or to here. Okay, so Allura puts down oil. Hay golems. This hay golem is going to move up and attack Borman and he only gets 1 attack. Yeah, he's going to fuck that up with a 7. And then this golem, looks like he's going to attack Borman as well with 2 attacks. First attack. 12 is going to miss. 12 is going to miss. And then finally, Slowboat McShow is going to move that far. Toomey the fairy cat.
Toomey is going to fly over here and attack that one.
Okay.
Because Toomey's like, ooh, new enemy.
So we already know that Toomey's attacks don't do anything, but I will say that so that Borman at this point, or anybody who attacks this one, would get a +1 to their attack.
Does Toomey have to hit for that to matter?
No, I would say that it's probably enough that you've got a pissed off, angry cat that can fly. You know, the hay golem's probably like, get out of here, go away.
Toomey's going to be over the water doing it.
Shoo, fly, shoo. Willow the war dog.
I'm pretty sure Willow can make. Yeah, Willow can. He's going to attack this dude.
All right. So that's a +2 for anybody that wants to attack this hay golem here.
Yeah.
Mavis, what would you like to do?
Let's see. I'm gonna. These things are not undead, are they?
Nope.
They're like constructs. Okay.
Yeah, they're constructs.
I'll sling a rock at that one since I can't get close enough.
Okay.
Or can I do anything else? Hold on. Let me check something. Maybe I can do something magic.
Jesus, oil flasks are no joke in this game. They do 1d8 damage. Fuck.
You know what I'm gonna do instead? Actually, I'm gonna cure light wounds on me because I lost 7.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd really like you to live.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing to do.
These things might even be undead. Who knows?
God damn it! All right. Well, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Dentry will move the 20 feet that he can to there. And I'm assuming switching weapons is a whole more than I can do. So I will just keep my flaming sword out and ready.
Okay.
Are you lighting the oil up?
Oh, it wasn't lit yet.
Right.
All right, well, on my way by, I'll light the oil.
Okay. So,
I mean, yeah, I'm still thinking the best thing to do is to kind of fall back and try to get, because it could get terrible with swarming.
So Dentry runs by, drags the tip of his sword, and this oil now bursts into flame. That's not what I wanted. Well, maybe it is.
Oh, cool.
So this is now on fire. Okay. Jackson.
Jackson is going to hopefully unarm this one.
You're disarmed. I don't have any arms.
16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Not unarming, but I'll take it. 7 damage.
Okay, so this one, Jackson runs up and slices this one in half, and it kind of wiggles around on the ground for a while, and then that is the end of it.
And then, knowing that they're going to probably try to avoid the flame, I will come this way. Just kind of move myself back here.
Okay. Borman, what would you like? Well, actually, though. So, part of the problem, and I rolled a 6, so you can see that this fire is starting to try to spread to these 2 adjacent squares.
I know.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's having a very difficult time doing it, though, because of the recent rains, and the field is, this is early spring, so the field is fairly wet.
All I have to do is stab it with the sword. It'll go out. Let it spread and do its colorful arts upon the landscape.
Oh, that's right. You have the awesome sword.
So, Borman, what would you like to do? You get a +2 if you attack this one.
Yeah, I need to go ahead, and we spent a lot of resources on this fire, so I'd really like it to actually help us. But yeah, might as well do that.
Well, not a lot of resources. I mean, it's 1 pint of oil.
Well, you know.
Ugh. Well,
I missed.
Yep, you missed. The hay golem, you go to stab it, and the hay golem like swats away at your sword, and you know, clang as these rusty shears knock it out of the way. Alora, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna move and stuff too.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna kind of come stand over here in the fire.
So here's something for us to look at. Seriously, this is so movement in melee combat. So you are in melee combat. You have 2 options. You can do a fighting withdrawal, where you move backwards at half of your encounter movement rate. So you could move 10 feet. Or you can do a full retreat at your encounter movement rate, so 20 feet, but you cannot make an attack. So you've already made an attack, so your only option is that you can do a fighting withdrawal. So you could only move 10 feet. But when you're moving in melee, your 2 options are fighting withdrawal, move backwards at up to half your encounter movement rate, or you can retreat, flee at full encounter movement rate, cannot attack, and any opponent gains a +2 bonus to hit you, ignoring your shield bonus to AC, because your back is turned.
Yeah, that's cool. 10 foot's right there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I will tell Willow to go to Alora. You know.
Okay, so Willow can move on their turn.
Yeah,
and they get the same option. They can do full flee, or they can do fighting withdrawal or retreat. But Alora, what would you like to do?
Laura's a little concerned about the fire spreading. So I'm gonna move up here. I think I should be able to see this guy though.
Yeah, I would
Past
say
the tree.
you can look past around the tree.
Okay, I'll throw the throwing dagger.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh.
Damn it!
Well,
Oh.
7, 8, 9, no, 9's still a mess. So, yeah, Allura misses with the dagger. The hay golem. The hay golem is going to attack Willow.
Willow has
Misses.
an ace. All right.
Well, I'm pretty sure a 10 misses. What's Willow's AC?
Willow's AC is 6.
Yeah. No, that's actually a hit. Okay, so... Alright, so Willow is going to take 7 points. He's then going to attack Toomey.
Duck, dive, dip, dodge.
And hit for 4.
Damn you!
And then he is going to move 10 feet to there. This guy... Shit. I guess that's about as far as he can move.
Is they all kind of retreating? Well, I guess they're just going after Jackson.
Yeah, they're all running towards Jackson.
Yeah.
So... Ouch, 4 hit points on Toomey. That hurt. So,
yeah.
What does Toomey want to do now that Toomey has been swatted?
Toomey. Jackson's going to yell at Toomey to go back by Dentry.
Okay.
Toomey, go to Dentry. Toomey's going to, like, fine, I got hit. I don't like that anyway.
Okay, and Willow the War Dog.
Willow's going to do what he was told and go hang out with Allura.
Okay. All right. And Mavis.
Let's see. I want to like taunt them into the fire, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, these guys don't like fire.
Oh, okay.
That's why they stopped coming this direction, probably, though. I mean, hopefully.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna... I can still reach him and smack him.
Yeah, there you go. That is a hit.
Yeah, we should make vials of oil ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, help more.
For 2 points. Hey, it's better than 0.
If you don't try, you never get shit done.
That's right.
Sure.
Wes's inspirational speech for the day. If you don't try, you're not going to get shit done. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Like, I know that they're not going to run straight towards the fire. But maybe...
the fire really didn't help us too much. It might have redirected them a little bit, but I mean.
So something that you guys will have noticed about these guys, the fact that they have had a number of their opposing force to you, have been killed or dropped affects these guys at all. They have perfect morale.
Oh.
They're not really sentient.
They have a morale of 12. They never surrender.
Never surrender. Never give up.
Yeah, never give up, never surrender. So what would
great
Dentry
pets.
like? Yeah.
Dentry's gonna just come over here then and try to flamey sword this one.
Go for it.
And miss with a 5.
Oh.
9. Or 8.
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, that's a miss. Jackson.
Jackson, in typical fashion, is going to mock him and go, "No, man, you did it wrong. It's like this." And hit with a 16, I think.
That is a hit.
That is not a D8. Let's try that again with the actual right die. For 4 damage?
For how much?
4.
Okay. So
4.
So you stab him and do 4 points of damage. Oh, I was going to say, and this came up actually in my game last Sunday. So a bit of a retcon. And I don't remember if you guys picked it up or not when you were in the Catacombs or in the Undercroft. But there is, I had placed a +1 rapier. And initially, a couple of weeks back, one of my group, of course, the thief, asked, is there such a thing as finesse? And at the time, I had initially said no. And then I got to rethinking that. So in the period of time between then, I think it was between those games, or maybe I just looked at it and rethought it. So Carcass Crawler number 3 came out, and there is my favorite weapon of all old school D&D was the Bastard Sword. And I noticed that in Carcass Crawler 3, they list the Bastard Sword. It does 1d6 plus 1 one-handed, does 1d8 plus 1 two-handed, and it is listed because of that as versatile, which is technically correct. The best kind of correct. And so my thought on this process, the reason why the question of finesse came up is because, of course, as a thief, they're going to have a higher dex than they do strength. And the question was, can we use our dex modifier instead of strength modifier? And initially I'd said no, but I am retconning that decision. With the rapier, yes, you can use dex. It is a finesse weapon, and so I mean that's kind of the point of a rapier. It's a stabby pokey weapon that moves really fast, and so you can use dexterity with that +1 rapier. But like I said, I don't remember if you guys picked that up or not. You might check your
we did not.
Your loot table, your party kitty. Well, there's probably going to be some there'll be some veteran running around the town of Braunhaven going, "Hey, look at this toothpick I picked up. This thing's great." So, Borman, what would you like to do?
Man, if I just kind of drag the tip of my sword through the ground on my way to it, can I kind of, we say that fends off the fire from spreading off into my friends?
Yeah, it would definitely stop any smoking that is happening here and put everything out.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm just gonna kind of do that as I come my way to attack this guy.
Okay. You have rolled 2 nat 20s so far.
Well, that's what my character was built for. Was
that
rolling
is,
nat 20s, yeah.
That's still a
13.
Hit.
All right. Well, we'll do a D8 plus 2, 8.
Okay, this guy, you go up and slice him in half.
All right, and then I will go ahead and step right on top of him with the last of my thing and be the target for the next assault, more than likely.
Okay.
With my AC, it's the logical person to have there.
These guys, these bodies down here in a corner. I'm missing. There we go. Okay. Alora, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm just gonna move it.
So he's about 36 feet away.
I was gonna move over here so I can do it better.
A dagger. Wow, you'd be at my yeah. If you move forward, that would be a better idea because that would put at 17 feet. That puts you at mid range. So that is a hit.
Come on.
Well, what? Every little
Minimum
bit helps.
damage twice.
It's such a cute little dagger. It
Yes.
just doesn't do any damage.
It is going to try to maximize its damage and move here. It's going to make one attack on Borman.
I have an AC of -2.
Yeah, I know. He has to get, I think an 18. No, he needs to get a 19 to hit you. But then he's going to make an attack on Jackson. That misses. All right, stupid Hagal. Toomey, what does Toomey want to do? Sit there and lick its wounds.
Toomey's just gonna come over by Jackson and kick it.
Okay.
So I guess Toomey will be like, I like Toomey, help.
So yeah, Toomey can attack the hay golem and give anybody making an attack a +1. And then Willow's sticking with Alora.
Yeah, that's what he was told to do.
Okay. Mavis.
Okay.
I like how you guys are all just moving in and boot moshing this last hay golem.
Mm-hmm.
Die, you foul thing!
Give us our experience. I'm close to leveling.
These hay golems are literally Hitler.
I don't even know if I really am close. This was funny.
That is a hit.
Kill it dead.
Come on.
Camera's just going to whittle at it one piece at a time.
It's because it's hay. It's hay, that's what.
And Dentry.
Dentry is gonna just come around over here, get in on the party. Sorry, I'm dropping everything under the sun here. And miss with, I'm assuming, 11.
Oh, so close. Yes, that is a miss. Oh wait, did you count the +1 for Toomey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you get close, and the hay golem clang knocks aside your.
Wait, no,
your flaming...
I didn't. I forgot. I added the +1 for the sword being fire, but not for Toomey. So it's a 12.
Yeah,
right.
That is a hit.
Woo-hoo.
And you get an additional +1 for damage.
10.
Ooh. So that puts down the hay golem, and it goes up into flame.
I will stab the fire with my frost brand, just putting it out.
Oh, no, Viking funeral for the dog. No Viking funeral? Okay, fine.
I don't know what Yeller would have wanted.
Yeller never really did a whole lot too much. I mean, he was good in theory, but he really didn't do a lot for us. We probably should have.
He absorbed damage.
Yeah, he took a good hit.
Yeah, he did that really well. Okay. So you have put down the last of the golems, and of course this fire that's burning. It's mostly burning the oil. It's having a hard time spreading because, like I said, the ground is wet from the recent rains from the spring. And you guys can move your exploration movement rate to check out these buildings.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna.
I think Mavis is gonna take a potion.
We're just all gonna go together, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So you can move
Yeah.
it at the. I think your
Cool.
slowest
Mine better.
exploration movement rate is 60 feet, so you can move at 60 feet.
Yeah. So what's in this first place up here? We're all gonna kind of go there. Yeah.
So this is, of course, a barn, and you find evidence in the barn that an older farmer has been murdered. Throat slashed. Looks like one of the hay golems came up behind him and just ran a finger across his throat and pretty much put an end to him.
Do you have a key or anything on him? Jewelry, family crest, magic, throwing dagger of might.
I doubt that they are that the farmers are going to be that rich. But I mean, you guys can go ahead and make a search of the barn.
Sure
Everybody
will.
roll a d6.
4.
I got a 2. And I'm a thiefy searchy person. I'm actually kind of good at traps and stuff.
Yeah, you're not finding traps, but
Yeah, well, trying.
Oh wait, what are we searching for?
We're searching for treasure.
yes.
Magic horseshoes, magic beans, golden chicken, whatever.
Would that fall under the foraging skills of a? Not that it matters, because I didn't roll a 2, but
No, but you know, Mavis got it, Borman got it. Hidden in the hay, you find a leather pouch, and in the leather pouch is 3d6, or I'm sorry, 8 silver pieces, and it was hidden under some hay. Now, keep in mind that this is not an uncommon practice for the farmers to do because, like I said, the tax rate is 33% quarterly in the Glaustian Empire, and so a lot of farmers, in order to be able to make ends meet, they have to try to hide some of their wealth.
Borman will remind the narrator that we are no longer in the Glaustian Empire. We are now in the Braunhaven Empire.
No, you're in the Braunhaven is the Braunhaven region is a part of the Glaustian Empire.
Oh, I understand what your book says, but here we have declared this as our shit, and so therefore we will ignore the taxation.
No, you haven't. no, you haven't. But yeah. So you find 8 silver pieces in this hidden in this bale of hay.
all right,
Wait.
I'll add 8
Yeah.
silver pieces.
And in the main house,
Yeah. So I'm just gonna copy you guys. Well,
I'm gonna look for traps and whatever just for fun.
There
and shits
is-
and giggles.
all of these farmhouses have a little well. You don't find any traps.
We need to look down the well too.
Everybody
See if
roll a
there's
d6.
anything. Everybody look down in the well and see if you can see anything. I rolled a 1.
Yeah, somebody found something.
Yeah. I found a water weird.
A water weird. That would be bad. Yeah, you find another leather pouch that is tied to the bottom of the bucket that is down in the well, and in that you find
These people like to stash their treasure
You find 9 electrum pieces. So there are 9 Ellsworths in this little this leather pouch tied to the bottom of the bucket in the well.
Got it.
And so I need to... Okay. Actually... is worth another 5 XP. Ooh. Alora, you see up here, you can see that the front door of the farmhouse is open. Like, it's just completely open.
So we're gonna head
Is
on
the
in there then,
invisible-
right?
Okay.
I think Invisible Man should check it out. Should peek his head in there.
I sure will. If I can go invisible, I will, and I'll run up in there and take a look in there.
Okay.
I'll try to kind of be a little quiet about it, and I'll do a very good job of it.
Hold on here.
And I'll look for traps. So I'm moving really quietly, and I'm doing really good looking for traps.
Interesting. Stupid me. I numbered these, but I didn't bother to detail them.
Oh, well, there you go, buddy.
Okay, so Borman, you step in. There's this hallway, and so there's like this little mud room that you know 5-foot mud room, and then there's this hallway with a door to the north and the south, and then it leads out further. And actually, you can probably see
These doors are closed.
They are, and then you see that there is this hallway that goes back into a larger room.
No, I'm just gonna kind of creeping down, and just try to look around before I go opening up anything.
Okay. Make a. Are you trying to be stealthy and move silent?
Yeah, I rolled a 2
Okay.
on that.
So you are stealthy and silent, and standing in the middle of the living room is a scarecrow.
You know the drill.
And you can see that there is the mother, the farmer's wife, is laying in a bloody pile here, and you see that the daughter is here on the landing of the stairs to the second floor, and she's laying in a bloody pile. And there is a door to the west that is closed, and a door to the north that is closed.
And these are stairs going up?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and backstab this guy.
Go for it.
Is what I'll do. And so I'll get an extra +4 to this.
That is a hit.
All right. So this will be 5 + 2 is 7, 14 points of damage.
Okay, so yeah, you run this guy through entirely and end him.
And now that I'm visible, I'll motion for my friends to come on in.
Okay. Okay. And I need to... Nope, he did not hear nothing. Okay. So, yeah, you guys can move on in. So you got a number of doors here that you can open. There's a stairwell. Pretty much all, and I will just say this right now, all of these these farmhouses pretty much use a standard floor plan. There was no reason to reinvent the wheel for every farm.
I feel you on that. I mean, these scarecrow things, they don't strike me as the type of thing to close doors behind them.
Oh,
And
you might be
so-
surprised.
Well, I'm just trying to look at it somewhat logically, but we can clear this floor. I mean, what is this door trapped?
No, there's no traps.
Okay. Well, then, is the door locked?
It is not.
Then let's open the door.
Okay. So one of the things that you note is that none of these doors, well, I take that back. This door actually does have a lock available on it. But aside from that, none of the other doors seem to have locking mechanisms, not even a latch.
Right.
But, well, this doesn't really matter anymore, once again. I don't need to go through that much work.
Oh, I guessed it. Ha.
So you open this door, and once again, in the middle of the room is a hay golem.
Do we get a surprise round?
He is not surprised.
Damn it, dog nabbit.
Everybody roll
Yeah.
initiative.
You have to put us back in the stack, sir.
Oh, that's right. We switched maps. All right, hold on.
8, 4.
So dumb. One of the things that really irritates me about Roll20 is that, and I understand why they did it, but it's still irritating, is that they tied the turn order to the tokens. And the reason that irritates me is that if you're playing a role-playing game, not every scene is going to have a battle map.
That's correct.
So you're not always going to use tokens, but Roll20 enforces the fact that you have to have tokens on the board, or else you cannot put anything into the turn order, and therefore you won't have an initiative stack. It's very frustrating. Okay, so let's see here. What about Toomey, Jackson, and Dentry?
Toomey, Jackson, Dentry was not paying attention for his life.
Wow, and Mavis got a 6. Okay. So Borman got another 8.
Yeah. 6s plus 2s. Wonderful. Wonderful on the initiative.
Okay. Borman, so you have opened the door. You see this hay golem in there. Now, this back door here, this is like a dining area. This back door here leads back to the kitchen. This is like a little sitting room, for mom and the kids. This is actually like a study, and then back here is another mud room that leads, kind of like a pantry that leads out to an outdoor cellar.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the immediate thing is this guy right here. I'm just gonna kind of come up to him and not get near as much bonuses I'm used to getting, but whatever.
That's a hit.
Well, hell yeah. So this will be plus 2, 3 points of damage just to get his attention and let him know that we're here saying hi. How you doing?
Okay.
We killed your friends.
Mavis, what would you like to do?
Run up and hit it. Let's see. Damn it.
No. Jackson.
Jackson, it's all about that action. Except for he's way the hell back here.
But he has a lot of movement.
Run! Like, I'm assuming he can get there just because I'm going to assume it, but let's find out for sure. 10 feet. 10. Yeah, he can get there. Okay. Jackson's like, woo! All the way over here to leave room for somebody else. And rolls. Hey, it rolls an 18. Okay.
That's a hit. And that's also a auto slicey slice.
Take his head off in this.
Auto slicey slice. All right, well, let's roll for the damage. It's 5 for the damage. What did I slice off?
Yeah, you're going to slice off his head.
Oh, sweet.
And you kill him.
That's what it means.
You cannot operate without a heed. So, you guys spend another 20 minutes kind of going through the house. And I'm going to rando roll. Fucking seriously. Are you for real? Hold on.
That lock, unless it's special, is unlocked now.
Yeah, that's fine. 14. You need to roll a d12. Now that's interesting. So that is 2.
There's a small nuclear device that we've triggered, and we're all going to die.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. So this is going to be interesting. What this is. Whoop.
Some magical light armor that doesn't encumber me.
No.
Great. Or a flying carpet. Mm-hmm.
So you guys spend 20 minutes in here. You can all roll a d6.
Is it a good D6 or a bad D6?
It's a possible good d6.
Okay.
Borman found something. Nope.
I swear to God, I did not hack roll 20. People.
So
Are you sure?
Because I'm on it, man, and I'm cool with it, because, but I'm just saying.
So Dentry and Borman do find some things.
I sacrificed the neighbor's kids, though, the other day.
So
just joking, I really did. I'd sacrifice the adults before I did the children on any occasion.
Borman finds a pouch with 10 copper in it.
Damn it.
Copper, got it.
All those small numbers. That's terrible.
And Dentry finds a pouch with 7 gold pieces in it.
Good job, Dentry.
Okay, these farmers was good at hiding this stuff.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. If we were to trap this house really well everywhere, right? And people were to come explore it and die, would we just randomly get experience?
Start randomly get XP? No.
Yeah,
So everybody roll. So, like I said, you spent another 20 minutes in here. You do find that the pantry has some food in it. I mean, if you don't mind eating around what's left of the corpses, you could, of course, have lunch here. You've been traveling half the day so far, just to get here.
Anything in the outdoor cellar there?
Yeah, you find that there is some more stuff, more food. You find hanging from the rafters. You find some pipeweed, or yeah, some pipeweed.
We like some pipeweed,
and of course tobacco.
And we like tobacco.
Tobacco and pipeweed, and you find that there is also like a side of salted pork hanging in the cellar, as well as jars of like pickled goods. You know,
man, pickled goods are something to put in the bag of holding.
Yeah, but essentially, you find
right. I mean, that just sounds like a great roadside snack, you know.
You find in the cellar, you find 6 weeks worth of fresh rations.
6 weeks worth of fresh rations. I'm gonna put down on my sheet then. Yeah, and these will be special rations because you know that's farmhouse. There's nothing like some good old farm cooking.
And
it's haunted.
We got to eat them up, so you know we got to be generous with our portions.
Yeah, because fresh rations will go bad. I mean, I actually take that back. There is 3 weeks of fresh rations and 3 weeks of iron rations because that side of pork is salted.
All right.
And you find enough tobacco and pipeweed for 2 1-ounce pouches of and now I forgot the name of it. I created
What is it in blunts?
I mean,
yeah, they're basically for rolling blunts.
This up, so you don't even need to tell us the value of that. You know, we're going to smoke their tobacco and weed because that is the polite thing to do.
That's what they would have wanted.
So you can mix the pipeweed and the tobacco to create what the halflings in the Braunhaven region call Shire Smoke, which is basically a 50-50 mix of tobacco and pipeweed.
Sure will. We'll have a great time with that. If they had some leaves, some tobacco leaves, or even some pipeweed leaves, we will roll that shit up and we will sing and toast. You know, if they had some brew or some wine skins, we'd load that up. We wouldn't want these families' deaths to go to waste, and you know
they do have. You do find a small pony keg of ale and like one bottle of wine. It's not good wine, but it's you know.
I'm going to ask Mavis if she wants to spend some time here to give these people a proper burial and do all that holy roller crap.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you guys spend the
We
rest.
have to spend the rest of the day.
Yeah, you spend the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And you take a 10-minute lunch.
Love some lunch. We're eating their food.
And
burning the scarecrow bodies and putting the family to rest in a respectful thing.
Yeah.
But because, you know, Borman is a trickster, he's going to put the husband and the wife on bookends of everything and the kids in the middle.
So where would Mavis like to bury the kid, the son, the daughter, and the husband and wife?
I want their juices to leach into the well, so right near that.
Oh, we're going to circle the well with them, you know?
And leave one arm pointing at the well like it's some kind of symbol
out there by the old tree.
Yeah, we'll do that over there. That seems like a fine place.
So like what?
Tree with all their heads facing towards the tree.
Down here, or?
I'm just gonna go to the backyard, like there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. So you guys are kind of up here digging graves, and you dig the graves, and you're getting them into the ground. You haven't even covered the bodies up yet. Everybody roll a d6.
Six. One. Both
One
ends of
and
the
one.
spectrum. 1 and 1 again.
5 and 6. Okay, so
was low good or bad?
low's good in this case.
So I sucked.
Yeah, yeah. You ate the big one on that.
Thank you. Thank you, Daddy. Can I have another?
But
Oh, it's initiative. That's what you're telling me.
so there were some wandering creatures. So everybody can roll initiative while I dig out some wandering creatures. Where are creatures?
Just to see if they surprised us.
Yeah, I was kind of to see if you noticed them. Yeah, they don't have the kind.
All right.
Oh, we've got ones. They'll be spotted. But we can roll a couple more times for Willow and me.
Mavis is not in the stack.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I guess these guys will do. Damn it. I'm having one of those days where I can't spell.
Oh, that's every day for me. My spelling is atrocious.
Is that not normal days?
Yeah.
No, I'm usually pretty good. Like I'll catch stuff when I'm writing. I'll catch, where Word will say, "No, you spelled that word wrong." I'm like, "The fuck I did? No, I'm right. Word's wrong." And stupid Americans. And so, I catch that kind of shit. But then there's other days where I'm like, "How do you spell was?" Is there a U in that?
Battle axe to the English language on a daily basis. I destroy our grammar and spelling structure system. I am. Oh yes.
But
I can read. I guess
that's not what I wanted at all. I wanted.
I can read, but my spelling randomly just like typing it out. Oh no, if I'm writing, it's okay. But if I'm typing, that's going all the time.
Or when you start typing really fast and then you just start skipping entire words and you're like, wait, this sentence makes no sense whatsoever.
You do that too?
Yeah, I do that all the time. So
entire words.
So you see, so Mavis and Allura, you are not surprised. Everybody else,
did they roll a 1 to surprise us?
Well, yeah, actually they did, but so Mavis and Allura.
Well, I was gonna say if they didn't, then Jackson knows. But if they rolled a 1 to surprise us, then Jackson doesn't know.
Mavis and Allura, you notice creeping towards you. And there we go. With a 2, that's not really that absolutely terrifying, but. You see that there, and they don't look like these, but you see that there are 2 jackal wares creeping up through the field, kind of creeping up on you guys as you have, and they've been kind of keeping their distance, watching, but now that they think that they've got the opportunity, they are going to move in. So this is weird. So I would say that Mavis and Allura have the chance to alert everybody, and so you have saved everybody from being surprised. So there is no surprise. Wow, that is. So jackal wearers are evil shapeshifters. They can take on the form of a normal jackal or a jackal-headed humanoid. They usually roam borderland areas. It's kind of the Braunhaven region really is a borderland area, especially with all of the great infrastructure improvements that the Emperor has made. So they basically act kind of like bandits. They look for humans to rob and eat, and these are were creatures. So once again, they have mundane damage immunity. And they have some nasty other abilities that you may get to learn about. So, of course, alerted to this, what does Toomey want to do?
Toomey's like, alrighty, Toomey is going to do the cat-like thing and kind of go up in the tree to try and get like a little sneaky attack.
Okay. That sounds exactly like something my cat would do.
I'm trying to remember that it's a cat. Play it like a cat. Like, oh, I see you coming. Okay, I'm going to hide.
Right.
And then,
yes, and then sneak attack. That usually isn't really that sneaky, but yeah.
Sneaky-ish. Like,
sneaky-ish,
in the tree, but not
yes.
in the tree.
What would Dentry like to do?
There's two of them?
There is.
Where's this? Oh, I was like, where's the second one? It's over here. Okay.
Yes.
Do I know where they are, or just that there's coming?
I would think Mavis and Allura would have pointed them out.
Okay, cool. Then Denchi will kind of just move up. Oh, wait. What's the range on the... Let me see here. What's my range to this thing? Oh, yeah. I know I cannot get that far. Okay.
Yeah,
Then,
you could get halfway there. I mean, you are...
Yeah, I can get halfway there.
You are pretty tanky.
Yeah, Denchi will move up to about here. And just be like, chose the wrong ones, bruh.
Don't you have a throwing axe?
I thank you, fucking hell. I forgot I have a ranged weapon that's useful.
Yeah, you could huck an axe at him.
I am going to huck an axe at him.
That's a magical throwing axe, too, is it not?
It is. And
Yeah, it does 2d6.
Yeah, they came in a pair, so...
Ah, some bitch. Ah.
So, yeah,
That
we'll call it 20 feet.
isn't that 20? It don't matter.
It's +0 for range, because that's medium range. And you got a nat 20?
Yeah.
That is maximum damage.
7 points of damage.
Okay. So the axe...
Throwing axes do 2d6 if you throw them.
Shit, you're right, it is.
Yeah.
Double damage when thrown. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
All
All of the excitement over here. Don't mind me.
So you did 14?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see this axe bury itself in this jackal wearer's chest and blood spray out all over the place. And then, of course, it appears back in your hand. It's still coming.
The fuck?
Well, it appears at this point to still be coming, but we will see. It is pretty badly wounded. Borman, what would you like to do?
I can't go very far, can I? Well, I'm gonna start heading this way, and then I too am gonna throw at that guy.
Okay.
So I get +3 for my dex. There's +1 weapon. All right. So there.
A
Does
6.
6?
It does hit.
All right. So this will be 2d6 plus 1, right? Because it's a +1 weapon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oof.
So 12.
So
12 points of magic axe damage.
your hand axe buries itself in the Jackalware's skull and drops him. Jackson, what would you like to do? You've got this other one coming up from the south.
All right.
Because that's how Jackalwares roll.
How much is it going to cost me a movement to jump the fence?
5 feet.
Okay. Then I'm going to get to him, no problem, probably. Yep. So Jackson runs up on him like, this one chose the wrong one. 18. I'm a hack a limb too.
Ooh, okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
5.
Okay. And roll a d6.
Okay. 6.
So you hack off one of his legs.
Try to sneak up on us now, fool.
Let me see if I got.
There'll be no running away. There'll be no sneaking away.
We'll give him the arm again. So he is now missing a leg and goes down on the ground and is sloppily moving around in this is like of course a farm pen, and he is sloppily moving around in ground that is quickly becoming pooled in his own blood. Willow the War Dog.
Willow's going to stay and protect.
Okay.
Because he hasn't really been told anything to do. So he's just going to kind of sit there and growl.
Okay. The Jackalware is not going to stick around for this. And the
He's not going to run very well either, is he?
Yeah, no, but he can crawl. And he's going to move half of his movement rate crawling. But, so, Jackson, you get an attack, and you get a +2 to hit.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was so sure I killed him with the first attack that I rolled a 1.
Oh! So Jackson slips in the pool of blood from this guy's severed leg, and slips and falls prone, like right here.
My sword lands right next to my head, like, oh shit.
Yes. The Jackalware is profusely bleeding. And we'll get to what that means here in just a minute. In fact, I need my handy-dandy custom rules that will be coming out with the printed book of the Skellis Mountains. And I will tell you what this means. So, and this will apply to you guys as well. But here's what this means. So, alternate rules on death.
Don't lose a limb.
So, bleeding out the way he is from losing a limb, he is going to lose 1d3 hit points per round. If he was at 0 hit points, and this mostly applies to player characters, but if you're at 0 hit points and you make your death save, then you start taking 1d3 con per round. And if you reach 0 con, you're dead. If you're carrying a shield and you get dropped to 0 hit points and you make your death save, you're knocked unconscious. You're not bleeding out, but your shield is splintered. It's just completely wrecked. So this guy will lose 1d on his turn as he's trying to run away. In fact, we can just go ahead and do that again now. So he's going to take 2 more points of hit point damage, leaving a trail of blood behind him. Alora, what would you like to do?
I'm trying to see if there's anywhere where I can use the throwing dagger from. Can I see through these things, the stables?
No.
No?
Yeah,
Okay,
the back
that's
of these
what I
stables
was
is solid.
Okay, maybe from here I could. Let's see. Why not? Yeah, I don't know if she can see him. Maybe at like a minus or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to really get a beat on him because your vision would be through this post
Okay.
here.
Well,
So yeah.
Can't do much about that then.
Okay. Mavis.
Similar problem.
If you went, I would say yes. You can just see him.
Oh, cool.
So that's a 19. What are you using?
The sling.
So that is a non-magical sling.
Yeah, so I won't do anything. Okay.
Yeah, you hit him, but he takes no damage from that.
All right.
It looks dramatic though because he is covered in blood. Toomey the fairy cat.
Oh, that's right. Toomey can't do anything, but Toomey's gonna try anyway. Toomey's gonna fly over.
So there are, and this is something to keep in mind too. There are rules for cover or partial cover. So if you're, let's say that you were hiding, crouched down behind this trough, and you were shooting a crossbow or something over the thing, you would have partial cover will grant you, depending on the cover, a minus. Anybody attacking you would be at a -1 to a -4 to hit. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So what Toomey is going to attack and basically give somebody the help action, is that?
I mean, yeah, because there's no way that Toomey is going to be able to do any damage. So
right, yeah, all of her damage is mundane. Dentry.
Dentry.
That wasn't what I wanted.
I guess we'll try and cut off the exit route. Not that it's going to really matter, but Dentry's going to try and cut off the exit route and go this way.
Okay. All right. And Borman.
Man, there's just not a lot of things I can do to really. So I'll run right over here. Just a little bit. Run around in there. And I understand I'm going to take major minuses on this.
Okay.
I'm trying to lob my axe just kind of over.
Okay. So you're going to be at a -4 to hit. Speaking of partial cover, yeah, you're going to be at -4 to hit because you are throwing over the building.
That's fine.
You're doing the Call of Duty knife throw.
He's playing lawn darts over a manger.
Right, but
holy fuck, you got to be kidding me.
Nice.
Headshots.
So, yeah, you hit him with max damage.
that's going to be 13 points of damage.
Yeah, so Toomey and Jackson, you guys look up and you see this hand axe go over the bar, over the manger, and just go thunk and land right in this Jackalware's head and drop him.
He's done.
Toomey's like,
That's cool.
freaks out.
Unbelievable. Okay, so these
Toomey freaks
guys.
out and is over here somewhere now.
I tell you, you got to try to get shit done.
Oh my gosh. Like, we saw the dice roll. We know it happened.
Right? Yes.
Like,
You can't argue with it.
Really? I would have called bullshit on myself if I had rolled the dice over here, my physical dice.
Right? You'd be like, no way. So these guys aren't carrying anything on them, and it just is what it is. But
Borman just invented cornhole combat.
no shit.
Right.
No shit. I will just. Why didn't that do what I wanted it to do? There we go. Okay. Copy. Come on. There we go. Do that. Okay. And so you guys get back on the road since there's no. Oh well, you spend another 30 minutes burying these folks
On the road.
Jackalwares turn human.
No. In fact, Jackalwares are one of the few were creatures. It's the only one that I can think of. They don't have an actual human form. They can go into jackal mode, or they can be a hybrid between jackal and humanoid, but they don't go completely human.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jackalwares are a little different. So you guys travel to the other farm. Which, oddly enough, looks exactly like the other farm. Give me just a moment. I will be right back.
Man, I just got to say that locally, this neighborhood store just opened up a new grill, and they have amazing burgers.
Cool.
Case and if you people that are nowhere near this place would want to care.
I love a good neighborhood grill spot. It's the best.
Yeah. It started out as a liquor store, and then next door to the liquor store, the same people opened up a pipe and tobacco kind of store, but they sold a lot of rolling papers and things. And then they opened up a grill, all in the same building, same family.
Cool.
Next, they're going to have a foot rub parlor. I'm joking.
And
A foot
Hey,
rub parlor.
I love when you just got that neighborhood spot that shows up.
Yeah, it was like, God, man, my daughter is a dumbass. She can't do anything, but I guess she's got a good foot rub. At least she's not a whore. Stick her in there and let her rub some feet for money. And
I don't have words.
There's some ad for places. Is Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage?
yeah, that's where I got the idea. I
Yeah,
plagiarized
okay.
that shit. Yeah, that one.
Wait. There's a place that does barbecue and foot massage?
Yeah.
It's got a song. Jones Barbecue Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue Foot Massage. It's got a big chicken fucking dancing and shit on it.
Nah. I'm not letting no one that's rubbing feet be cooking my meat. I feel like that's
It's
a
a
compliment.
unique business, I have to say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna
But yeah.
rub my.
Okay.
Did you rub the meat before you rubbed my feet? Like, what's going on here? No.
You're adding us to this initiative shit already?
Well, I just figured I would
Yeah.
add you now and get it out of the way.
All right.
Because we know it's going to happen, more than likely.
Foreman spent the whole trip over here talking about, yeah, man, yeah, you could just smell its stench over the other side of the horse trough, you know. So I just kind of lobbed it over. It was amazing. I saw it in my head, and I could see the gods up in the sky, and they doubted me. They doubted me, but they don't anymore.
That's right.
You know, I'm gonna say that you saw Toomey fly and you just knew your line of sight from there.
Yeah.
Right?
And I was like, hell, that ain't that hard to figure out. Shit.
So,
Hatchet pitching.
oh, and actually, no, that's fine. So, you approach this this farm, and it is an idyllic setting. You know, perfect for raising a family. There's a little, you know, windmill and little short white picket fence around certain areas, and you see that there is an older gentleman out working in the fields, and he's plowing, and he sees you guys coming up towards his farmstead, and he holds up a hand and waves at you.
We will hold up a hand and wave back.
Mhm.
So you approach this gentleman. He introduces himself as Ernhold Strumvold, and he says, "Oh, I heard rumors that there would be a band of adventurers coming out this way. I assume that would be you folk."
That's right. I forget what rumor we're investigating over here.
So
Yeah, We've
well,
heard
I mean,
there's raids on the farmsteads.
yeah, you heard that there were raids on the farmsteads and that there were problems with, I mean, something about beware the scarecrows, which you've now kind of proven that was true. You've, you know, that there's shrivelkin that are raiding farmsteads, and just all manner of
Well,
shitty things going on to the farmers. And he tells you, he says, well, usually I don't pay no mind to gossip, but, you know, welcome you to the region.
we've come in to bring peace to the region and reignite the old Braunhaven kingdom. Like this here is your future queen, and I will point to Alora.
Go ahead and make a,
Oh hell.
you're going to want to make a charisma ability check, and you get to make it at, let's see. Yep, just roll under your charisma ability check.
Okay, I'll have to roll under a 10.
He hasn't really heard much about your guys' exploits, just that there would be adventurers out in the region, because he doesn't pay that much. Oh, that's a pretty damn good roll. So,
Did not hack roll 20. I didn't say that. I did not.
so he tells you a couple of rumors that he has heard from other farmers, and he doesn't count them as rumors. He counts these as like, this is news. And, you know, farmers occasionally get together and talk amongst themselves. And he tells you that the first rumor that he has heard is that I'm trying to get this window out of my way. There we go. You'll want to be wary around the farmsteads. The Folsons were attacked by their own damn scarecrows off in the direction that you just came. Blasted things came to life in the middle of the night, and they had to fight them off. I burned all of mine, just to be sure.
We killed all those and burned them as well, and we buried the family.
Oh, the Folsons were good folk. I hope it doesn't have anything to do with that new Duke. There's a new Duke, and all of his men that have shown up all over this area. They've been asking about crop yield and warned everyone to keep tabs on what we sell. I imagine he'll be raising that tax again, as if we don't give nearly everything we have already.
And under the Braunhaven kingdom, you will not be taxed so hard. And you can be assured that we will settle this matter in short time.
He goes, okay. He's like, he's looking at you guys and he's like, I don't, whatever. I mean, Jackson's like covered in blood because he's been rolling around in it. He's like,
the country's a half work, so he's over here just like, yeah, we're good for you.
Says you also want to be careful. There's brigands and bandits about. They've been attacking folk on the Eastern Tradeway. And he points towards the Eastern Tradeway route. Says, there's been some flooding out of the region around the ruins of Castle Braun, but nobody knows why, and I'm sure as heck not going to ask them.
Well, we'll need to reestablish Castle Braun, and we put this kingdom back on the map as it should have been long ago.
He's still like, okay.
Well, the only way
I'm not one to argue with you.
If we win the people, and so if we already start speaking about the Braunhaven kingdom now, then they'll know they'll have it back. In fact, while I'm being all boastful and shit, feeling cocky, be like, yeah, if those tax collectors come around, you just tell them to come talk to us.
He says, speaking of that tax collector, that Lord Falcius, he ain't right. Seems like the air is colder when he's around, and he keeps a hood up on his cloak all the time. He says, you can't see his face. I can't believe there are some that refuse to pay the tax. I don't need that kind of trouble, and I paid him right away just to get him to leave my property.
Yeah.
Did the family that was murdered refuse to pay?
He says, well, the old man Folsman did say something about not wanting to put up with this terrible tax rate anymore. It's possible. You think those scarecrows had something to do with Lord Falcius?
Possible. I'm trying to figure it out.
He says, well, it looks like, and he's looking at Jackson. Well, it looks like you guys have all been traveling for a while. It looks like you've been through some stuff. He says, I can't offer you much, but I can give you a hot home-cooked meal, and you're welcome to stay the night in my barn. At least you'll have a roof over your head. But I have to warn you to stay away from my daughter. I don't want her to get any ideas, and I don't think any adventurer would make a good suitor for her.
Well, I am looking for a princess to be. Would you mind if I court your daughter over the coming months?
Gentry kicks his boot, like, shut up.
No, yeah.
Just
my daughter.
Come by, I'll bring some flowers every now and then, and maybe some small treats and chocolates, and I'll bring poetry and other nice things, and then when the time is right and we have your permission, I will ask her hand in marriage.
Go ahead and make a roll under your charisma, but you're going to be at a +2 penalty.
No, because I rolled my charisma.
Says no. If you no, I do not want my daughter to be courted by any adventurers. If that's your game, then you're just going to have to move on.
Oh, I'm just trying to be nice and offer my services when they might apply.
Says no, you move on. You get off my property.
Wait, let's apologize on his
Yeah,
behalf.
I'm not gonna disrespect you. You shouldn't be offended. I asked him nicely. I didn't try to fuck his daughter behind his back. Come on, I asked nice.
Oh shit! Now we gotta sleep in tents.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Man. I would like to make an attack on Borman.
Yes, with the flat of your blade. Stop talking. So yeah, he ushers you off of his property, and he doesn't want his daughter getting any ideas. And
Bro,
Yeah, well, just so you know, sir, we will make camp just outside of your property here, and if you hear any trouble, you call out, and we will come to your aid.
I don't. I think we'll be fine without your kind of help.
Oh, I've got a lot of help.
Oh my gosh, let's not get in an altercation. Let's go camp.
Yeah.
So you guys, let's see here.
I didn't know to defend him. If I'd have rolled good, I'd have had a potential wife in the neighborhood. Now,
That's true. Okay.
Dude was like, I don't want my daughter to do anything with you. And you're over here, let's marry your daughter then. What?
I don't know what else the hell to tell the guy. I'm going to come by with some candy and talk nice. I didn't say I was going to nail her in the barn. I mean, you know. God.
The part makes you sleep outside the tents.
Deep down, every adventurer wants to find a place to settle roots and all that. If I'm setting down roots, I need to find me a good woman to marry. And
marry one in town, not the farmer that tells you stay away from his daughter.
hey, I want to
It's
get
okay,
me a
you
country
guys.
farm girl,
Sleeping
man.
outside.
You know,
He's
the
sleeping outside.
country farm girls know how to cook, man.
Dempsey is mad at
That's
him.
true.
Dempsey just making sure he sleeps outside. And he tells Jackson, pay attention for his walking around in case you try to sneak back in the tent. You sleep outside tonight.
So you guys make camp and for the night. What kind of watches are you setting up?
Probably a Timex, maybe a Rolex, and then get one of them little convenience store off-brand digital things. That are solar powered with the calculator and typing ability on the bottom.
Nope, it's Borman.
We got
Borman's
critters. We
Yeah.
got critters with us, so that'll help.
We do
But,
have critters. I want to
We can
watch.
swap.
Yeah, we'll stay off the trail, and I'll put down some traps from the trail to our campsite.
Okay.
So if anybody leaves the Eastern Trail going to our campsite, I'm thinking that'll do, and maybe we'll take the time to use our ranger to help put a good sentry's point that's out of view.
Okay.
For whoever's on watch to be at.
Okay.
Yeah, we should take turns.
Somebody else asks, the ranger might consider it. The ranger's mad at him.
Right. So you
Did you ever see his daughter? I was going in the blind with this. It was an act of goodwill.
So you are able to rest for the night. There are no wandering bandits or creatures or what have you. And this farmstead, 3 miles to the south and about 6 miles to the east, is at the edge of the Sylvanus Forest. Now, this is the Sylvanus Forest there is an agreement with the high elves of the Sylvanus Forest that that it is okay to do some hunting and to do some logging at the edge of the forest, but the agreement was, you're not going to go too deep into the forest. And that agreement, it was never hammered out, how far is too far. Well, you'll know. The elves will let you know when you've gone too far. They'll come out and they'll point it out to you. But you are on the edge of the Sylvanus Forest. You know that there is another farmstead to the south, and you've heard that there is another farmstead to the northeast. So it is your choice of which direction you want to go.
Jackson
I
votes
vote
for the
south.
I mean, the Eastern Trail is getting ambushed,
That is true.
and so
Oh, okay.
that seems to be the thing. And I guess I burned our ability to ask the guy the direction of this damn Duke might be.
Yeah, no, Ernhold's not interested in having anything more to do with the likes of you.
I'm definitely sending his daughter a letter, though. But yeah. Do you want to go up the Eastern Trail a little bit and try to see if we can find these ambushers? Or do you
Yeah,
want to
let's do
head
it.
to the number 3 that we see through these woods? You know, do we know what that is?
Mm-mm.
No. Or
You
there's
do
this
not.
other farmstead here. I mean, yeah, way at the bottom of the map. It makes no difference to me.
Let's just go along the river and get
Okay,
more of
yeah,
the map.
we're gonna
That's my opinion.
we're gonna go following the river, looking for these ambushers.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say that is probably close enough. But you're like right there.
But we're gonna stay on the side of the river that we're on, right?
So yeah, so you do run into, or rather,
We didn't
find-
want to cross the river, right? That goes into the Elven Woods, correct?
This is kind of considered part of the Sylvanas Forest, but I can show you a better map. So this.
I mean, they might be good local allies to talk to in the future if we play our cards right, correct?
So this
Laura
is
do the talking.
this is kind of in this area right here, and so this little crop of woods here is kind of on the backside of the ruins of Castle Braun, more or less.
They did have us a trigger on Castle Braun as well if we wanted to head in that direction from here. But
I
then
am
that's
super curious about Castle Braun. Yeah.
all right.
So you're going to cross this little river?
Is it safe to? I mean, oh well, we headed up
It's
the
a little bit more
water
swollen than
walking way.
usual. Like I said, this river doesn't actually even have a name because in reality, in the summer months, this river practically becomes nothing. In the fall through spring months, because of runoff from the eastern hills, this can be anything from a creek to a fairly fast-moving river. Right now, it's kind of at that in-between stage. It is fast-moving, but it's really, maybe at deepest, waist deep.
There's probably the most gold in the ruins of the Braunhaven thing.
Will we have to
Yeah,
Oregon
I
Trail
wanna
it to
check
get
it out.
across the river with our cart?
Yeah,
we
I mean,
probably would.
yeah,
We'll probably have
it
to
could
leave
be
it-
problematic crossing with the wagon.
Let's
Yeah.
leave. We can leave the draft horses here, like tied to a tree near the river, so they'll have food and water, and then we can just hook it over.
So you're just going to explore the other, leave a camp like here and cross over.
That's what I would vote to do because I don't want to lose the horses. That would suck. So
Okay, so you set up a camp. And again, I don't need all this darkness. I'm attacking the darkness.
Oh, nice.
So this is really, so your horses are just down here off of this. Just this gravel road here is the Eastern Tradeway, and you see. So this small river right now, due to spring runoff, is quite muddy. Like the water is more brown than anything.
I've got a question. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But if I wanted to switch from my +1 plate into the +1 leather armor that we have, what would my AC be?
So it would be. What's your dex modifier?
3,
You got a +3 to your dex?
18.
Okay, so +3 to dex. You'd have an AC of 3.
Okay.
And that would change your movement. I thought that was on the page. That's fucking dumb. So that would change your movement. So it would give you an AC of 3, and your movement would become
30-90.
correct. I would give you an extra 10 feet of movement in encounters, and 30 feet of movement in exploration.
You know, man, I think because we're being on these outdoor encounters and the way that sneaking and all that is going, I'm gonna switch from the +1 plate. I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding and put on the leather, the +1 leather.
Okay.
So that'll give me an armor class of 3.
Okay.
And then that means if I'm using a shield, my armor class is 2.
Correct.
Correct? All right. And then, yeah. There. But
okay.
You can go ahead. But I mean, that's a major adjustment I was kind of making.
So here, you guys set up your camp and kind of move to investigate the river. Now, you find that there's evidence here that there was an old camp, and there is a partially destroyed cart here, which isn't really something to be all that overly concerned about. I mean, the Eastern Tradeway sees quite a few carts and wagons moving up and down it, and so seeing a cart that has, gone tits up is not really something to be overly concerned about. This is, you see this all the time. But as you are kind of poking around, and you can see that there's what used to be a camp, little fire circle there, you do see shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Close the wrong window. There he is. So everybody roll a d6.
I got a 1 on my move silently.
Okay.
If that matters. Four on my other d6 roll. I'm generally kind of out front though with my dog.
Yep. Okay, so
we've got Old Yeller in the bag of holding. We're going to bury him in the.
Okay, so Borman, you got a 1 for your move silently. And you got, is this a 1 that you rolled for the d6 check?
No, I got a 4 on my d6 check.
Okay, and then looks like Laura got a 2. And
Dentry got a 2, Jackson got a 5.
Okay, so Dentry got a 2. So you guys are not surprised.
I am invisible, though. I mean, if we're creeping and scouting.
Right.
So.
Ooh. There are... Holy shit, that's a lot of them. Okay.
Ooh, we got to mow through them. It's a perfect time for me to stop being a tank, huh?
Right?
Yeah, without even talking to the party. But both Didry and Jackson were created more for that in mind.
What were we created for? What? I miss some.
Yeah,
Being melee people.
I don't think you guys are going to have too much of a problem with these guys.
These might be elves. Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I've never seen an elf, so, you know.
Creeping across the river, attempting to be stealthy, and clearly not succeeding, you see 11 Shrivelkin heading your way. Everybody can roll initiative.
Oh, Willow.
Okay. Between Mavis and Jackson, which one of you wants to go first?
Let Jackson go first.
Okay. And then between Dentry and Allura, which of you wants to go first?
Gentry.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go first.
And between Dentry and Borman, which of you wants to go first?
Borman. Yes. Last.
Okay. Toomey, of course, gets to go first. Okay, so Shrivelkin, this might be the first time you've run into Shrivelkin, but you've heard about them. But Shrivelkin are
that one that we ran into before.
Did you?
That we convinced to be a nature person.
So Shrivelkin are from the Fey realm, and they are loathsome creatures. They look like a cross between an insect and a goblin. And the older Shrivelkin live, the more moss and weeds kind of grow on their chitin plates. And so they are known for coming in from the Fey realm, and they usually they're known to work in tandem with Fey hags. And one of the things that Shrivelkin like to do is they will come to the prime plane, and they will kidnap babies and children, or young children. And of the babies and young children that are not eaten, not necessarily by just the Shrivelkin, but also by the Fey hags, some of them are raised to become Fey hags themselves, and then they cross back over from the Fey realm to the prime plane to cause all sorts of problems. And so Shrivelkin are kind of a nuisance. What would Toomey the Fairy Cat like to do?
Well, Toomey's gonna chill by Jackson until Jackson kind of gives some guidance on how we want to go about this. So Toomey's just gonna come over by Jackson and kick it.
Okay. And
pounce if necessary.
What would Jackson like to do?
Jackson, that's a lot of Shrivelkin.
Yes.
Shit. All right. Jackson will move up in front of Mavis to kind of give her a little bit of body protection there. And he has some kind of a ranged thingy. Let me see what it is.
Doesn't he have a bow? I thought he's got a long bow.
There is a bow. He does have a bow. So he's going to shoot his bow at the farthest one to the left.
This one here? Or this one?
That one, yeah.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah. And he rolls a 16.
That is a hit.
Excellent. So +1, -1, still a 16 for 5 points of damage.
Okay, so you drill this Shrivelkin in the face and kill him in one shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're not that tough. Unfortunately.
Mavis, what would you like to do? As Mavis yells out, "You guys aren't that tough."
Let's see. I can't quite make it over to them. I'll step forward a little bit and I'll try and hit this one with a rock.
Okay. Yeah, no.
That's not good.
That's a mess. There's a sploosh in the water as the rock hits the water. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Dentry is going to kill something.
I mean, you got this one coming up from the north.
Oh, yeah, no. He's getting a throwing axe into the chest. 9.
No, that is a miss.
So he's not getting a throwing axe in the chest, is what you're saying.
Right, yes. What would Allura like to do?
Yeah, let's throw the throwing dagger at that thing.
Okay. That is a miss.
Damn it. Okay. He's gonna move back a little too because he's fishing.
Okay. And Borman, now that you got your 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to do what I was originally kind of created to do. And I am going to...
Stabby pokey people?
Well, no, I'm going to use my bow. And I'm just going to kind of come right over here and kind of try...
That's the other thing about you wearing that +1 leather armor. You're not at a detriment for your move silently and hide checks anymore.
That was my idea. I was really more of a thief, you know?
Yep.
So, yeah, so I'm going to come over here and with my bow, I'm going to just hit this guy.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell Willow to get him.
Okay.
And,
no. See, it's this map. This map is like screwing you guys over with your dice rolls.
Oh, man, it'll come back around. We just have to make it.
The Shrivelkin. He's going to come over here, and he's going to swing on Dentry. I'm going to say that this cart is going to give him give Dentry like a partial cover, so this guy's going to have like a -1 to kind of reach around that corner.
Give a reach around.
And he'll miss with a 9, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. It was because of my singing.
and these guys are just using claws. They don't really have any special weapons. This one can just get to Jackson, and he's going to swing on Jackson. Ugh, and not with a 7. And this one... Oh, look at that. He can just get to Mavis, and he'll swing. God damn it. 3's not going to do it.
The map is doing everybody dirty.
Yeah, this map sucks for dice rolls. This one's going to run up and attack Willow. What's Willow's AC?
Willow's AC is 6.
13 hits.
Oh, all right.
For 4 points of slashing damage on Willow.
That's a 6 total of damage on him. All right.
This one's going to slash at Willow.
Oh, shit.
And a 15 hits. For 3 points of damage.
Willow is hurt.
This one's going to move here. This one can get here. And then across the river, these three morons are going to attempt to cross the river. Let's see what happens. This one makes it that far, but he does not get washed away. And the next one, he does get washed away. Ah, he's gone. And this one also gets washed away down the river. And you see them floundering in the water and are just taken away by this muddy river. Willow the War Dog, what would you like to do?
Willow is made to fight and fight until the end. And that is just how it is. And he is gonna he's gonna go after this first guy.
Okay.
1d20. He doesn't get any pluses, but he's got that go 17. Oh, not so much.
No, the 4 is not going to do it. And back to Toomey the Fairy Cat.
Toomey is now like, oh, we fighting. All right.
That's how this is going to roll.
Up on this one.
Yeah, we've got to start thinning them out.
Yep. Toomey was waiting for some kind of guidance on if we're running or fighting and got the guidance it needed. Misses the first attack. And then gets a nat 20 on the second.
Max damage.
5 points of damage.
Toomey claws out the eyes of the Shrivelkin. Jackson.
Jackson, inspired by the wonderfulness that was all of that, runs
Maybe
up.
You could take a step and...
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I was like, oh yeah, Toomey, I see you. 17 to hit.
Got hits.
Sweet. For 8 points of damage.
Oof. And this one is gutted. Make my little pile of corpses here. Mavis, what would you like to do? Oh, that's something to keep in mind. You guys have spent a night, so all of your spell slots are back.
Oh, does that mean
Yeah.
we got rest healing as well?
You
So I can have my 2 hit points back?
you can get back from rest. You can get back 2 hit points.
That's a big deal right now.
And doesn't Allura give you a bonus to healing for rest?
All I had was 2 hit points of damage.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait, but that
Yeah.
helps Toomey.
Yeah, that would help Timmy. So what's the bonus that the witch gives for rest healing?
she doubles it.
So Toomey could get back 4 hit points.
In other words,
Yes.
if you drink whatever the fuck she puts in a cup of water and hands it to you that night, or let her rub whatever salve she came up with on your face, or whatever she does, it makes you heal fast.
She puts a night mask on your face. Here, just wear this
Yeah,
on your face and
yeah.
peel it off in the morning.
Yeah, it'll be great.
So she doesn't just nail trail us at night.
Yeah, right. Yes. So Mavis, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna swing the mace on that one.
Okay.
Maybe it's just like, what the hell you say I was doing?
That is a hit.
Cool.
So Mavis brings her mace down, and there's this sickening crunch and crack, like she's digging into a plate full of crab legs, and the Shrivelkin dies. Dentry, what would you like to do?
Gentry is going to shift over to give a little bit of help to Willow in terms of AC.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for this one first, though,
Okay.
because it swung at me, so it's got to go. Ugh, and I miss.
Okay.
Assuming that an 8 doesn't hit.
Yeah, no. Alora, what would you like to do?
Run up and use healing on Willow.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah! See, that's why he's about to kill that fucking thing in front of Dentry.
Get 3 back. Damn it.
Hey, it
That's
adds
better
up.
than that.
Yeah. Better than where he was at. And Borman.
Okay, hold on. I got 3 hit points. So now I'm only down 4 total.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's got a lot more fight in him. Borman is going to we've got to turn this tide. Is what we need to do. So Borman is going to reach in and grab a magic orc arrow +1 and use it.
An orc arrow? Okay. I mean, it's not gonna. Oh, is it just a +1 arrow or?
It's a +1 arrow.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
got it from the orcs.
Yeah, go for it.
And so that's hence the name orc arrow. But I really want to make sure I hit this guy. And I'm just going to go for that guy
Okay.
there.
No, did you roll a 1?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dentry, roll a d6.
Oh. 4.
So no, you miss Dentry, luckily, and the arrow goes wild off into the river. The Shrivelkin.
Fuck them fucking magic arrows. Yeah.
They make their morale check and are going to stick with it. And so, these 2 Shrivelkin are going to both swing on Dentry.
Come at me, bro.
And miss with a 9. And a 7. God, they're pathetic. And I say that being the one who created them. This one's going to swing on Borman with a 4. Ugh, here we go. This one can't quite get there. He's going to... That's close enough. And this one... He makes it. And he gets that far. Okay. Willow the War Dog.
Willow, being inspired by the healing, is just feeling frisky and is gonna bite his way through the enemy with his 17th ACO. Yeah, but he's really just not that effective.
We're just not gonna get there.
Yeah, so he runs up and snaps and growls and, don't you come this way anymore, he says in dog talk.
Toomey, what would you like to do?
Toomey going to let's see here. We got to thin out this crowd, and I don't think that the one over there is as big of a problem as 4 flanking everybody over here.
Yeah.
Toomey's going to go for this one here.
Okay. And break their line.
Not with a 2.
Nope, that is that's not gonna do it. Jackson.
How about a 16 with a Thaco?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I keep forgetting Toomey gets 2 attacks.
Yeah. Toomey gets 2. Let's see if I can roll a 4 for that +1. Oh, I rolled 3 +1, so 4.
Yeah. So Toomey latches onto this guy's face and shreds him.
Nice.
Jackson.
Jackson.
I mean, you've really got clear line of sight on this one.
I do. All right, Jackson's just going to go over there and do the thing. And 15.
That hits.
Sweet. For 8 points of damage.
Ooh. And you down this one.
He crossed the river just in time to die.
That's right. With his wet, mossy self. Mavis.
Let's see. Move over here and take a whack.
Okay. That hits.
Cool.
I love how your rolls always bounce around so much.
I know. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a brutal crack, and this one goes down. These guys are mooks. Dentry.
Coleman can handle himself, so I'm going to take out the one right in front of me.
Okay.
That was a half roll. Damn it. Got stuck between two numbers. Let me move these dice out of the way. Try that again. Oh, damn, that sucks. And missed probably with a 7.
Yeah, 7's a miss. And Alora.
Let's see. I'll step this way and so I have a clear line of sight for the throwing dagger.
Okay. Oh, just missed.
Damn. Okay.
Borman.
Okay, so if I do a tactical retreat, I can move half of my movement.
You can make an attack, and you can move half of your encounter round. So you could move 15 feet.
I could move back 15 feet and then attack and do the same thing, right?
Yes.
Then that's what I want to do. I want to move back here, just about 7 or 8 feet. I don't even want to use the whole thing, but it's enough that we are now back in ranged attack.
Yep,
so
and you get a +1.
Right. Plus, I get a +1 for my weapon specialization.
Mm-hmm.
Then I get a +3 for my AC. And then I let the arrow fly. Fuck them orc arrows.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a hit.
And, yeah, so.
Oof. Yeah, that's a really solid hit. This guy drops immediately. This Shuriken is rethinking his life decisions. Are you fucking for real? So he is going to stay the course. He's the dumbest Shuriken there is. And he will swing on Dentry. And miss with an 8. Willow.
Willow's embarrassed about his inability to bite these stupid creatures, and he's going to run right over the campfire and attack. His stat goes 17.
Yeah, that is a hit.
There you go. There you go. He's 2d6 dog. I'm sorry, 2d4. He's 2d4.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And he snaps through this Shrivelkin. And so you get through the mess of Shrivelkin. You do find that the Shrivelkin, you spend about another 20 minutes, and the Shrivelkin have a camp set up. I'll tell you. It ain't great, but you get 11. Oh, wait, no. So we're just going to take this times 11 because there's nothing to roll on. So. You find 132 silver pieces.
132 silver. You got it.
There we go.
Compared to those thousands we were finding down in the thing, this is like... Meh.
Okay. So, this is where we will break for today, but I'm going to hand out your very minor amount of XP. These guys just weren't worth a ton. Let me put you back on this map for next week. So, yes. Oh, and I will also reveal more of the map. Whoops. So more of the map is shown. And you can see, you know, there's another couple of farms here. There's another farmstead here. There's another farmstead here. And you see that around this area, there is another pathway that leads off to the southeast. And it's like a overgrown kind of dirt wagon trail. And way in the distance, you can see some lights and smoke from fire, like fireplaces and whatnot. And this is actually the Duke's hunting manor.
That's where I'd like to go.
Is that where you guys want to head for next week? I can just.
I thought we were headed to the castle. Well, we can figure.
Yeah. I mean, either way, we could head back to the castle and check the castle if you want, and come back here. Maybe by then, the family will be more receptive to us stopping by and seeing how they're doing. Maybe they'll like my leather armor get up better.
What family? You mean the family at the castle isn't actually a castle, it is the ruins of a castle.
He means the one with the daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that. So you guys, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So today you only got 88 experience points each.
Wow.
There's a lot more in the hunting manor, I will tell you that. And you're about a day's ride from the hunting manor. You are about probably 2.5 days ride from the ruins of Castle Braun. But we will pick this up next week. Did you guys want to divide up whatever minor amount of loot you got?
You want to hold off the next week, or do you want to divide it?
I might as well hold off. It ain't like we're going to spend it.
That's true.
I mean,
All right, I'll keep it saved.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I had fun. We do need to see if we can get another dog or another animal or something in the mix.
Maybe at the hunting manor.
Well, one of the rumors you did hear is that the Duke likes to that the rumors is that the Duke clearly likes to hunt at night, because farmers in the region can hear his hunting dogs braying at night.
They're dire wolves,
and they can hear the sound of horse hooves at the edge of the forest.
All right.
So, yeah, I guess what Chris wants to know is what to prep for next week is the castle or this hunting manor.
I want to check out the ruins still. Personally.
Yeah, I can do that. It is a completely open map.
That's what we're saying. To prep for is the journey from here to there.
Okay. So,
are we going to cut through the woods, or are we going to go around the woods?
Well, I mean, you can cut through here, and I know exactly where that will let out around Castle Braun. So, like I said, you're about a 2.5 day ride by wagon to the ruins of Castle Braun.
Do you think we could possibly, would the farmer possibly be up to housing our draft horses and let us park our wagon there?
You mean this farmstead here? Well,
Well,
I
that
mean,
one's empty. I'm talking
yeah,
about
I mean-
this one here where I
He
mean,
wants
if
nothing to do with us, man.
if I stayed out of camp, and they talked about, could they? Do you think maybe Alora or one of them could talk him into housing our horses and wagon, and then we just foot it across?
I'm sure
Maybe we
if
can
you
get up
wanted to,
here.
yeah. I mean, Alora could. You do know that there is a bridge a little ways back that would
Oh.
allow you to cross over the river. The bridge is not in very good condition, but it will allow you to cross that small ravine.
Okay, then yeah, we can take that way then. Yeah, we have these horses and wagon we like to keep a hold of.
Okay.
We need to hire people that when it comes down to this, they can just pick it up and walk it across
Right.
the raging river.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will
Unix.
we will pick this up next Saturday at 12 o'clock for the next episode of Braunhaven, and you guys will be heading for
Yeah.
the ruins of Castle Braun.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun,
Alright.
even though I didn't love
Awesome.
them. I did win the cool lob shot award.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was wow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks. I guess see you next week. Have
Yeah.
a good Sunday.
See you on Wednesday for Pirates of Drenex.
Yeah. We've got a lot of shit going on.
Yes.
So
Appreciate you.
relaxing.
Okay. Have a
Bye.
good one, guys. I will see you next week.